Greetings, blessings, and shalom. It's Karen Lee with the Love Walk Global. I want to talk to you today about prayer. This is something that has been so deeply on the Father's heart. He is drawing his children into deeper places of prayer and intimacy. And one of the things he began to tell me last year was teach them how to pray. And so many of you that have been listening and watching for a while, you've heard me do many different videos and teachings on prayer. But one of the things that often when the Lord gives me a subject to teach about, he'll give me analogies to use, to share with his children, to help them have a better understanding and revelation in what it is that he's trying to say. So the first analogy that I'm going to use is an analogy of a parent and a child, because all of us are children of God. So this can apply to every single one of us, even if you don't yet have your own children. If you do, you'll understand even more. But I want you to think about, as a parent, that if the only time that you ever see your child come to you, they come to you and they're crying, they come to you and they're complaining, they come to you and they're whining, they come to you and they tell you what they broke, what they messed up, what they need fixed. They come to you and say, I need you to fix this because I messed this up. I need you to give me money because I need this thing. I want you to imagine if the only exchange and interaction that you have with your child is where they come in and they come looking for you because they have need of something. Now, we all understand that when children are young and children are small and immature, that they are very instant gratification, me-minded little individuals. But as they begin to get older, and let's say you have a teenager or you have a child that's a young adult, if the only time that teenager or that young adult ever has any contact with you is to tell you what they need you to do for them, or what they need you to give them, or to complain, or to just vent about everything that is not going well in their lives, I want you to think about the context of that relationship. And if the only time you see them, that's the only exchange that you have, and then they leave. They leave the room, they leave the house. That's the only exchange that you have with them. And now I want to create a shift of thinking that you have a child that comes to find you wherever you are in the house, comes to call you on the phone and say, I don't need anything at all from you. I just appreciate you. I just appreciate you. I just love you. I just miss you. I just want to spend time with you. I just want to talk to you. I just want to be with you. I don't need anything at all from you. I just appreciate you, and I love you, and I want to be with you. I want to sit with you. I want to come and give you a hug. I want to come and snuggle up with you and just let you know that I just enjoy being with you. I just love you, and I just enjoy spending time with you. Many of you are beginning to understand exactly what I'm saying. There is such a difference when our children, especially adult children, they call us on the phone or they come by the house and they don't need anything at all. They just miss you. They just miss you. They just want to see you. They just enjoy your company. And they just want to come and get a hug and just sit with you. They want to laugh with you. They want to enjoy time with you. They truly want to be with you, and they have no ulterior motive at all. And I want you to think about the level of intimacy and connection and friendship that those relationships cultivate. And now I'm going to give you another example. I want you to think about a husband and a wife, and whether you're married and if you're not married, you'll still be able to understand my point. Because we are children of God, but we are also His bride. So I want you to imagine that your spouse only has need of you, only speaks to you, only comes to have any contact with you at all because they need something, because they want something, because there is a transactional exchange. Imagine, especially those of you that are married, if the only time you ever saw your spouse was because they came to find you, because they wanted something, they needed something, they wanted to complain to you, they wanted to vent to you, they wanted to cry to you, they wanted to yell at you, they wanted to tell you that they messed up something and they need you to fix it, they need your help. And there was no love, there was no tenderness, there was no intimacy, there was no conversation, there was no communication, there was no connection. There was a transaction taking place that they showed up and they told you what they need from you and they left. They just left. They left the house, they left the room, they went to work. They just left. They never lingered to stop and gaze into your eyes, focus on you, just study you, embrace you, appreciate you. They never stop to take notice of all the things about you that they appreciate, why they wanted to marry you to begin with. They never stopped to take note and just linger, to just be with you, to talk to you about the deepest, intimate thoughts and ideas of their heart, to share with you, to laugh with you, to seek your advice and opinion, to ask you what's on your heart, to ask you what's on your mind. Some of you are understanding now. We are His bride, and He desires that we would come close and just linger. He desires that we would come close and that we would set our gaze on Him with no ulterior motive, with nothing that we want or need, just because we love Him, just because we appreciate Him, just because we want to be with Him. We want to be in His presence. We want to exchange thoughts and ideas. We want to know what's on His heart. We want to know what's on His mind. We just desire to be with Him, not because we're going to get anything. We just love Him so much that we just want to be with Him. We just want to spend time with Him. These places are the beginning of intimacy and connection and fellowship that we were designed and created for, and largely over the whole of the earth, largely most of the body of Christ is missing out on the invitation to meet with Him in prayer in this way, to just sit and gaze upon His face, to sit in the sanctuary of His presence, to come and find rest, to come and commune with the living God that created you for connection and community and intimacy with Him. Many of you are not walking in the fullness that Jesus died and paid the price for you to have when it comes to community and connection with the Father. This foundational space and place every single day is what everything else is built upon. And so you cannot truly know someone that you don't spend time with. So if your prayer life looks transactional, if you come to pray with a list of things that you need, things that you want God to do for you, but you never stay and linger in His presence, you never stay and just tarry and wait upon Him and just enjoy His presence, just be still and be quiet and just be with Him. We live in an age and a culture and a society where we are so rushed, we are so hurried. It is maximum capacity, multitasking, juggling multiple things, and we don't disconnect and we don't quiet ourselves. Some people are so uncomfortable being quiet. They have so much noise in their own head they can't fathom sitting still that long. We were not created for chaos. Shalom is our inheritance. And we don't enter into the fullness of what He has for us if we don't come and sit with Him. It's not a duty. It's not a chore. It's not an obligation. It is a privilege and an invitation. And if we begin to get into duty and striving and obligation, then our heart posture from the very beginning is wrong. So I'm asking you right now before the Lord to search yourself and let Him reveal to you the posture of your heart when you pray and when you seek Him. What is the posture of your heart? Because when you come to Him, just because He is, just because you desire to meet with Him, everything begins to change. I'm going to do several other teachings to continue to take you deeper and break this down for you, but this is the beginning. We love you so much. God bless each and every one of you. Shalom.